Alrighty, guys. So here we have the article from Triathlon Magazine. There was literally no coverage from Ironman Mont Tremblant 70.3 from Ironman's behalf. No live stream, no race recaps or highlights even. So we're just banking on some of the articles and even Lionel's Instagram. He had it on his story, a little bit of coverage from his race. But nonetheless, Lionel Sanders knocks out Tooth, but still captures 70.3 Mont Tremblant title. We also had Tamara Jewett, I hope I pronounced that all right, dominating the women's race as well. So disappointing there was no coverage from this. There was some big names, Jackson Laundry, Lionel Sanders, Cody Beals, a few American athletes, and even a couple of internationals as well. Excuse me. Hopefully I didn't blow up any earphones there or ears there. We'll read through the article. Despite arriving at T1 to find his front tire flat. I've gone dyslexic today. His front tire flat and knocking out a front tooth from the sheer effort of catching up with the field on the bike. Lionel Sanders took Ironman 70.3 Mont Tremblant easily on Sunday. So easily with a time of 3 hours 48. It was about 2 minutes, a little bit over 2 minutes back to second place, Mexican Thomas Hernandez. In his first Canadian race, which is a great effort as well. And he really just knocked out third and fourth. There was literally 40 seconds separating second to fourth place. So pretty close there for the rest of the podium positions. So here's the women's podium as well. We had Duffy pulling out. But not a whole lot from this race here, but Lionel Sanders literally arrived with a broken tooth to transition one. Gets out on the bike and realizes he's got a flat, was it a front tire? Yeah, front flat tire. Had to change that. Got his bike time here, 2 hours and 5 minutes. So I'm given his transition was only 2 minutes and that was consistent with the rest. I'm assuming that's including the changing of the tire as well. So I'd love to see his breakdown of the race and his power numbers, but he still averaged 43.8 kilometers an hour and put some significant time into the rest of the field after losing a large portion of time. So, very, very impressive riding there. And then, of course, the run, 1 hour 13 and 59 seconds for an average pace of 3 minutes 31 per kilometer pace. So now we'll go to Lionel Sanders' Instagram, have a look at some of the footage that he comprised from the race itself. A nice visit back to Tremblant after a few year hiatus. Wouldn't be a normal race here without some adversity, and we got it today. Not being able to deduce much data from the altitude camp, which he recently returned from, but had a fun day out there nonetheless. So, you literally crack your front tooth off and it's still a front day. So that's the mark of someone who's insane or a champion you choose. Is Lionel on the bike, going up one of the climbs. Quite a hilly course as well on the run. Looking good before the swim, before it all unfolded. And in transition, I guess maybe the day before, getting set up. Here's some of the footage that was compiled, and hopefully we have sound here.
We're at swim exit.
I guess as the front runners coming out of the swim. And yeah, so there's a few updates that were posted onto Lionel's Instagram from his support team. Basically working his way up to the front of the bike. This thing coming off, or like a bit midway through the bike, I guess, working his way up to the front. Starting the final climb. Looking very strong. 81 kilometers of the bike. Broken tooth, but in the lead at least. Any dentist in Tremblant have an opening early tomorrow morning. Yeah, so that was that. Basically, imagine that, right? So you swim, you crack your front tooth off, or have it cracked off through something, right? Another competitor's arm or whatnot. You literally get into transition with a cracked tooth, you get out, you go to mount the bike, and you realize you've got a front flat tire. So obviously, a bit of adversity at the start of the race for Lionel. But the mark of a true champion, that he basically made his way, I think it was down in 10th place then, made his way back up to the front and won the race. So that's pretty incredible in my eyes. I wonder what the prize money for the race was. Alrighty, so this is Try 247 newsletter, and I've found the prize purse, what was on the line for Ironman Mont Tremblant. So we have the previous winners, the prize money, what's on the line. So total prize purse of $30,000, each winner collecting $4,000 share of that total. So total funds, the top 8 were being paid, $4,000, $2,750, $2,000, and then obviously descending from there. But $4,000, so decent payday for Lionel. But what the dentist bill would be, if anything, whether you can get that covered under the public health system, I don't know. I know in Australia that would definitely not be a cheap repair, having to fix or at least have some work done, some dentistry work done on that tooth. It would be very expensive without private health insurance. But I don't know what the go is in Canada. So it's interesting there, the top 8 pay down to, from 1st to 8th, $750 still for 8th. And who was in 8th? Brent McMahon, 8th place, and still only 11 minutes off the lead. So still did a 3 hour 56. Hold on, no, a 3 hour 59 minute. So still a sub 4 Ironman to be in the money, and the pros go down to 17th. So still pretty tough to collect some prize money there, but it is good that they do pay down the first 8. But still, not a lot, I guess, really. What do we got here? The pro rankings, PTO pro rankings. So this will be at the end of 2020, based on the final standings of the total points. The reward system can be substantial. So first place after the total rankings are calculated at the end of 2022, $100,000, and they pay down to top 20, $10,000. So that's a good little, that's a good prize, pool to be working towards and collecting points for the PTO World Rankings as well. All right, guys, so that's the wrap for the men's race for Ironman 70.3 Mont Tremblant. Lionel Sanders taking out the win, taking home a little prize pocket of $4,000. Not a bad little takeaway for the kit, but probably a hefty dentist bill as well. So flat tire, knocked your front tooth out. Is it worth it? That's the reality of Ironman or pro triathlon. These guys literally putting their bodies on the line, putting themselves on the line, subject to injuries and damages for the prize money, doing whatever it takes. So that's Lionel Sanders taking home the win. Very impressive performance to come back from. One, the flat tire, in which he lost a substantial amount of time. Be interesting to know exactly how much time he lost, and you could deduct that from the bike course or the bike time. He rode 2:05. What would he have rode without the flat tire? And then obviously, yeah, nice little broken tooth as well. So yeah, quite an impressive performance from Lionel coming back from altitude. And it'll be good to see how he goes in Kona, which is coming up sooner than we realize. It's October. What are we now? June, July, August, September, October. So we've got like a bit over 3 months. And then we'll have the Ironman World Championships, which will be very exciting to report on. So thanks, guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.